So, I've got a wild story for you. You're not gonna believe this, but my cow farm, yeah, an actual cow farm got shut down by the HOA. And the kicker? They never even realized the gate they were so obsessed with wasn't even real. It was just a decoy. Let me explain from the beginning because this whole thing was ridiculous. I moved into this neighborhood about a year ago. Quiet place, typical suburban setup, nice lawns, strict HOA, the whole package. Now, I love cows, like, love them. I grew up on a farm, and when I moved here, I thought, why not bring a little piece of that with me? I had space in the backyard, not a ton, but enough for a few mini cows. You know, the cute kind, not bulls rampaging or anything. Just a couple of calm, happy cows. I did my research, checked local ordinances. Believe it or not, there was nothing in the city law saying I couldn't have livestock as long as it was properly contained and not a nuisance. So I built a little barn area fully legal. Quiet, no smell issues, super clean. I even had noise canceling fencing. My cows were basically living better than me. But then came the HOA. They didn't even know about the cows at first. What they did notice was the gate. See, I had this tall, rustic wooden gate at the side of my house. It looked like it led to something important, maybe a full ranch or who knows what. But that gate, it didn't even open. It was screwed into a solid wall. Total decoy. The real entrance to my cows was hidden behind some smart landscaping on the other side. Basically, unless you were looking for it, you'd never know there were animals back there. Still, the HOA started sending me letters. At first, it was about the gate, not in accordance with neighborhood aesthetic. Then, unauthorized structure. Then they started talking about how I might be operating a commercial entity. Like, what? I wasn't selling anything. These were just my cows, my therapy, honestly. I kept responding politely. I told them the gate wasn't functional and didn't violate any visible structure codes. I cited the bylaws. I even had a lawyer buddy check it. All clear. But they kept pushing. One day, I come home and there's an official notice taped to the decoy gate. Cease livestock operation immediately. At that point, I lost it not angrily, but strategically. I invited the HOA board to come over for a property inspection. Figured if they were going to try to shut me down, they should at least see the actual setup. So they show up. 5 of them, clipboards, sunglasses, serious expressions, and they go straight for the decoy gate. They stand there, knocking on it. One of them even tries to push it open, doesn't budge. Then they start taking pictures of it. I'm standing back, just watching, saying nothing. Finally, I go, "You know that gate doesn't go anywhere, right?" They pause. One of them turns and says, "Excuse me?" So I walk over and tap the gate. Solid. No hinges. This is just a decorative piece. The backyard entrance is over there. And I point to a side path, mostly hidden behind some thick bushes and a fake tool shed. They didn't even realize it was a path. I guide them around, and that's when they finally see the cows. 2 of them, calm, quietly chewing on some hay, under a shaded little shelter, fenced in with every possible code met. The place was pristine, smelled like fresh grass and cedar chips. I'd even painted murals of pastures on the walls to give it that countryside vibe. They just stood there, stunned. One of them finally asks, "Why go through all this trouble?" I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Because I knew you'd come for the gate before you came for the truth." They left without saying much. But a week later, I got another letter. This time it said, "Gate deemed non-functional and purely aesthetic. No action required. Livestock operation found to be non-commercial and within city compliance. HOA matter closed." Victory. But here's the twist, and this is my favorite part. A couple of weeks after that, one of the board members stopped by privately. He asked me if I could help his daughter with a school project on farm animals. She wanted to meet my cows. I said, sure. And now, every Saturday, she comes over, feeds the cows, and learns how to brush them. We even named one of the cows after her, Daisy. So yeah, HOA tried to shut down my cow farm, didn't even realize the gate was a decoy, and in the end, they gave up, and I gained a little farmhand. Moral of the story: sometimes it's not about fighting the system. It's about outsmarting it with a gate that leads nowhere and a cow named Daisy who's now the unofficial mascot of the neighborhood.